Arkansas is blessed with so many ways to fish and so many types of fish, and we have the businesses to support our love of fish. Today's episode celebrates the fish in Arkansas's great outdoors. We love our fishing in Arkansas, and on this show we love to introduce fishing to anglers of all ages. And here is our newest. All right guys, this is one of my favorite segments in the show. It's called First Fish. And I've got Dylan with me. Dylan, how old are you? 5. Now you just turned 5, didn't you? So he just had a birthday, a brand new 5-year-old, and we've got a brand new fisherman right here. You ready to catch a fish? Okay. You just put the hook in it right like that. Okay. We'll lift him up and we'll throw him out like that. Okay. See that? Now, we're going to close the bail. And then I'm going to have you hold the rod. And then what you need to do, we got the sun right there. Okay, so hold, put one hand right here. One hand right here. Actually, let me do this. Oh, look at that. We got a fish already. Okay. All right. Here you go, Dylan. Hold on and reel. Reel that reel, okay? Now, this is a big fish. Keep pulling. Keep reeling. Keep reeling. Reel hard. Reel hard. You got him? Okay. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah. You were doing good, Dylan. You're doing good. Keep reeling. Keep reeling. Look at you go. Look at you. All right. We're going to see that fish in just a second. Keep reeling real hard, buddy. You're doing great, buddy. You're doing great. You are going to love when you see how big this fish is. Keep going. Keep reeling. Okay, we're getting close now. When you see that bobber come up, that means you know you got it close. Keep going. Wow. You have got a big fish. You have got a big fish. Whoa, look at that fish. Did you see that? That was a big fish.
I gotta get the net.
Okay, we gotta get the net. We gotta reel him up first. Gotta reel him up before we get the net. He's not close enough yet because he keeps pulling away. Okay, whoa, look at that fish. Look at that.
I cannot do this.
Okay, keep going. You've almost got it real close.
Daddy, can you help with this?
Dad, you can come over and help if you like. Okay, here we go. Oh! Look at this. Okay, so you can set that down. Get ready. Woo! That is a big old fish. That is what we call a cat. That's a catfish. Okay, you ready to let him go? Look how big this fish is. Wow. Wow. What do you think about that? Was that fun? That was a big fish. Can you give me a high five? Okay, whoa, look at there. He says, okay, I'm going. Woo! That was pretty cool, huh? You're a fisherman now. You have caught a fish, and that's a big fish. Ready to do it again?
Yeah.
Okay. We just set the record for biggest first fish of all of our first fish segments. That had to have been a 10 to 12 pound catfish. What do you think about that, Dylan?
Good.
Good? You want to catch another one?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. All right, get ready. I think, yeah, he's got one. Okay, all right. Okay, start reeling in. Reel it in. Okay, pull hard. Oh yeah. Okay. Woo, okay. Woo, looky here, we got another one. Oh, we got a big bass. We got a bass. All right. Okay, keep reeling, buddy. Keep reeling. Let me get this net. Oh, it's fast action here. Woohoo! You got yourself a largemouth bass. Yeah.
I want to hold it.
You want to hold it? Okay, you can. Looky there. That is a largemouth bass. That was one of the best ever first fish segments that we've ever had. Dylan, 5 years old, caught him a bass and then caught, what was that first fish? Do you remember what the first fish was?
Fish.
It was a fish. It was a catfish. It was a huge catfish, probably a 10 to 12 pound catfish. That's pretty cool. Are you a fisherman now?
Yeah.
Are you happy about it?
Yeah.
You ready to do some more fishing?
Yeah.
Okay, we've got a fisherman right here on First Fish. Dylan is one happy and new angler. Now, after we shot that segment, Dylan and his dad left to go home while we did some more fishing. He said, "Dad, I want to go back and fish some more." And his good father turned the car around and Dylan caught a few more fish that day. When Arkansas's Great Outdoors continues, we celebrate the boats made right here in the natural state. Arkansas's Great Outdoors is brought to you by Bad Boy Mowers, mow with an attitude, by Vexus Boats, by H2O Marine, and by Archer's Advantage.
Where haven't we gone? What hasn't been done? What's still left to be discovered and possible beyond the horizon? How can we continue pushing limits, breaking boundaries, and leading the way? At Bad Boy, it's not just about finding the answers, it's about the pursuit. Bad Boy, mow with
Vexus boats are top of the line, and Arkansans can be proud to know that they're made right here in the natural state, in Flippin, by the folks who know fishing boats the best. We're here in Flippin, Arkansas at the headquarters of Vexus Boats with Randy Hopper. Long time in the industry, but this is a wonderful new entry, just a few years old, but wow, what an impact here with Vexus.
Thank you. It's great to have you here, and I'm anxious to get you on tour and show you what we do. It's a new facility, a lot of energy here, a lot going on. We're building lots of great products, and I can't wait for you to see them.
Well, and a lot of innovation going on in there, but before we do that, I want to know, where did the name Vexus come from?
Well, Vexus was a made-up name. The lawyers will tell you that if you make one up, the infringement is a lot less likely.
Yeah.
And when you want a name that begins in a V, has an X in the middle, and ends with an S, you've got limited opportunity. So
there's only a couple of vowels.
That's right. That's right. So seriously, the logo it was important to us, and the X and the V. V has always been representative of a boat, and so it kind of fell into place, I think. And it was as it was designed and come together, we created an icon that I think is, it may not be as popular as the Nike Swish or the Chevrolet bow tie, but we're working on it.
But it's going to be.
We're working on it. We're working on it every day.
There's a lot going on right here.
There is. We're actually in the aluminum fabrication area. So we're building 9 models of aluminum boats ranging from 18 to, most of them are in that 18 to 19 foot range. So we got crappie, bass, and we got some deep-sided boats that are multi-species, and then we're actually building a couple of center consoles that are used for, inshore, and a lot of the lakes now you're seeing those center consoles. So we're building all those boats here, and this is where it starts. We buy the raw materials in like 5, 6, 7,000 pound rolls. We unroll it, cut it on a plasma machine to our pattern, fold them together, do all the bending. We have presses. Once we get them on the jig, we can weld them together to make that main structure, and then we'll start advancing them down the line, putting stringers and various components in that are built on the side of this main line. So we have 2 lines running here, and that's what you're seeing behind us.
So there's a lot of what makes a Vexus is the fact that you've got control from start to finish. So you're doing everything right here.
We do, and there's several things that really differentiate our product that we really hone in on. One of the things that we do is when you look at our boat, we hope you say, that looks like a fiberglass boat. And we achieve that by using stretch formed rails, for example, instead of cut in pieces together and welding them together. So the rails it looks like a glass boat because it's really hard to achieve that. Another thing we do is we do a lot of fiberglass components, which we build our fiberglass boats just across the wall. And so we're doing all those fiberglass components and foaming many of them in over here. And instead of having a rotomolded or vacuum molded plastic part, these components are the real deal. They're glass. They look good, they're durable, and they're, you know, they stay that way. So that's some of the differentiators. We take a lot of pain and pride in our paint process, and we two-tone the paint, put stripes on the boat. So it's really when you look at them beside the competitors, we believe that there's, you know, many things that make them stand out, and those are certainly at the top of the list.
That reinvention of the aluminum boat, I mean, that's really what's happened with this.
Yeah, that's well said. When we started in the aluminum business several years ago, it was, you know, we didn't want it to sound tinny. We wanted the boats to sound solid going across the water. And that wasn't necessarily what you got out of an aluminum boat at that point in time. So we actually foamed the two pieces together, the subfloors, and that makes for such a quiet sound. People will get in the boat and look around when we do test rides. It's really fun because they'll say, is this really an aluminum boat? And you know, when we hear that, we know that we've kind of hit the nail on the head. This is a foaming area. So as I said, we're foaming these two pieces together, and we're putting the fiberglass boxes, live wells, coolers, dry storages in here, and then we'll inject foam around them so it becomes a permanent part of it. You can also see that with putting things on like the rod tubes, so these are enclosed. Yeah. So when you put your rod in the box, it's completely isolated from the rest of the boat, which is really unique and cool for an aluminum product. But the foaming process is really critical. We're doing upright level flotation, so the placement of the foam is important, and also for, you know, the stability and the feel of the boat when you're going down the lake. So all those things kind of play together. It's a very important process that we do.
Okay guys, so what I like to do at this point is kind of talk to the legislators that are from the areas that we go and visit. As you know, I serve in the Arkansas House of Representatives, and this is my friend Jack Fortner. We came in at almost the exact same time together, and we've had a lot of fun, and you've got a lot of great outdoors in your area.
Oh, I do. We've got the Buffalo, the White River, Norfolk, Bull Shoals, all of Marion and Baxter County is a wonderful outdoor activities, wonderful.
And you know, another neat thing about what goes on in your part of the state is a lot of the business of the outdoors originated right there where you are located.
Absolutely. Everyone knows Forrest Woods, and he was probably the father of outdoor recreation in our area. Now there were lots of them earlier than him, but he's the one that put us on the map. Yeah. And with his bass fishing tournaments and he and his wife Nina were so generous to give back to the community.
I can tell you, every time I went to a bass tournament and Forrest and Nina were there, the line of people wanting to meet them, get their autographs, get photos taken with them was longer than any of the professional anglers. I mean, that's how much Forrest and Nina meant to our industry.
People can't believe how very real he was when they meet him. They just can't believe it.
Well, when you get a chance, be sure and come up to Yellville, come up to all of the great areas along the White River and the Norfolk River. It's a great, great and beautiful part of the state. We will show you more of the magic of Vexus boats and their very modern state-of-the-art manufacturing from right here in Arkansas in a later episode. Now, all season long, we have featured the Heart and Soul series courtesy of Vexus boats. Here's the latest installment.
There's nothing better looking than a Vexus aluminum product.
The fishability is incredible. It's got a great hole shot. That is one of the things that we have really focused on, building an aluminum boat that performs and fishes like a fiberglass boat.
We want it to not only look different, but we also want it to ride different, fish different, feel different when you're in it. We want to build you an aluminum boat that you can be proud to run.
The step pad hull is what really sets us apart. lots of storage, lots of room. You put all that together, and it is a boat that is really fun to drive.
Whether you're taking tight turns in close quarters or whether you're airing this thing out right at takeoff and starting out the day, you'll soon realize these boats have an attitude to them.
All of our aluminum boats fish very stable, and stability and safety is very important to us here at Vexus.
I think the quality of our product and the people that build the product is what makes Vexus what we are.
We talk about the innovation and the performance and the quality and all these different things, but it all comes back to the team we have here and their passion for excellence.
Now, we will have more kids and more fishing, and in this next segment, when we come back, we will feature one of the sweetest anglers you will ever see. Arkansas's Great Outdoors is brought to you by Bad Boy Mowers, mow with an attitude, by Vexus Boats. Now, while we are featuring fish on this episode, let's take a break and celebrate the land between our lakes and rivers. Here's Mallory Lindsay from Bad Boy Mowers with another hiking tip.
While hiking, it's really easy to just be focused on the destination, going from point A to point B. But the great thing about the outdoors is there's no time limit and you can just enjoy it because it's free all the time. So make sure you're enjoying the entire journey and appreciating wonderful sights like this.
Landon Poole owns Poole Fisheries in Lone Oak, one of the nation's largest and oldest providers of live bait. Today, he gets to show his 3-year-old daughter what Daddy's office looks like, and it's a day they will never forget, and neither will you. Today, Landon is spending some special time with his 3-year-old daughter, Gentry Ruth.
All right, girl. Natural.
Fortified with certified Arkansas bait fish, the duo is now off to the pond.
Let's get wet.
You did.
Like many of the Arkansas baitfish growers, Landon is running a multi-generation farm, providing the bait that makes fishing great all over the country. Today, Little Miss Gentry Ruth is his #1 customer.
You got one, reel it in. There you go. See what you got.
Wow, it's coming. Oh, it's a big one.
It is a big one.
Ah, get it.
Oh my goodness.
Aww.
Look at that.
What the?
And you get to keep your bait.
He's a baby.
He is.
Aww. He's so pretty. Aww. Ah.
I'm blessed to be able to get out here and have a job that puts me in close quarters with nature and fish, and some of the best times I had as a kid, best memories I have is going fishing with my grandpa. Reel, 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 reel. You got him, girl.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Where is he?
Here's another one. Okay, we'll hold him like that and then throw him in there. Okay?
Okay, Dad.
Good job.
Little Miss Gentry Ruth is off to a great start enjoying Arkansas's great outdoors. When we return, we revisit Danny Harris. Earlier this year, we showed you his amazing wood carving. He can now add award-winning wood carvings to his resume. Arkansas's Great Outdoors is brought to you by Bad Boy Mowers, mow with an attitude, by Vexus Boats.
Fit finish, quality.
The room and fishability, man, was just amazing.
Huge compartments, big deep live wells, storage everywhere.
It's just a smooth ride overall.
That was a way smoother ride than I thought it was going to be.
Like riding a rocket when you come out of the hole.
The thing I love about this boat the most is the handling, steering, and performance of this boat.
Awesome. Very good ride.
Thumbs up. Enjoyed it. You have to take a ride in it, see for yourself.
It's a new generation of boats that no one's ever seen before.
We'd love to see how you see Arkansas. Please keep sending us your photos to photos@arkansasgreatoutdoors.com. We'll put them on the air and inspire us all about the beauty of Arkansas's great outdoors.
Hey, this is Jacob with H2O Sports and Marine and Archer's Advantage, and today we're going to go over some tips on the e-bikes. We carry Rambo, but this will apply to any e-bike out there. You'll want to check over your equipment, tires, batteries, make sure all the displays and stuff are secure and good to go. It's also a good idea to plan your trip ahead of time, check in with your local Game and Fish office or wildlife officer for all the regulations on the e-bikes. And you guys come into H2O Sports and Marine and Archer's Advantage and check us out.
All right, we are at the Arkansas State Capitol right here. This is right in front of the House Chamber. I serve in the House of Representatives. Danny Harris here works in the Secretary of State's office, and the way we got together was through the Capitol because we have a mutual friend who said, you two need to get together because of our mutual passion for the outdoors.
Yeah.
You remember last year we had Danny on and we talked about these amazing wood carvings. You've been busy in the last year.
Yeah, I've done 7 carvings since last year. One of them, or actually 2 of them, this bass and a white crappie that I did that's already sold, went to, I took them to a competition in Springfield. It was the World Taxidermy and Fish Carving Championship.
Okay.
This is a world event. People from all over the world come to this thing. So I just entered the novice division, and the bass won first place, and later that week at the awards banquet, I learned that I also got best of show.
We were looking, before we started this segment, we were looking inside the mouth of the largemouth bass. I mean, so you'd think this is plenty beautiful enough, but when you look inside the mouth, I mean, I look in there, I'm fully expecting to see like the tail end of a crawdad coming out, coming out of its throat. I mean, the detail is incredible what you've done here.
I was the only one that did an open mouth fish in the competition.
Wow.
Everybody else does a closed mouth or semi-open mouth.
Yeah.
They don't, and nobody put the detail of the gills inside like I did. I think that's what wanted me best to show. But,
I think so.
But it was, but nobody else did that. Very few people do it with an open mouth like that. And I don't know if I'll do another one. It was tough.
A lot of effort.
Yeah.
Now, for people who want to know how to be able to see your latest workings or purchase your latest workings, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
I have a YouTube channel that I videotape all the steps that I do on these, and that's Danny Harris Arts. I've also got a Facebook page. It's Wild Impressions Wood Carving by Danny Harris. I think I promised you at one point that I would get you a fish.
Yeah.
So this is.
Oh man.
This is for you.
Oh, this is wow. This will
just
have
for the help, the work that you helped me do. I appreciate your.
What we do mutually is a labor of love, being out in the outdoors. This is incredible. That is, I don't know what to say. All I can say is that this is going to be a centerpiece on every desk that I ever own. Danny, thank you so much for what you do and for sharing your love of the outdoors, and I will treasure this for the rest of my life.
Thank you. I'm glad you like it.
Danny has some amazing talent, and I am very grateful for that incredible gift. Now, speaking of gifts, give yourself the gift of the outdoors. Get outside and enjoy the beauty of Arkansas. There are so many things to do and see. And we featured fish today. We showed you young anglers and seasoned boat builders. And of course, the art that helps us appreciate what is outside when we are inside. Have a great week, and as always, thank you for watching Arkansas's Great Outdoors.